Ashwagandha, also known as Withania somnifera, is a small woody plant with yellow flowers native to India and North Africa. You may have heard of it as an adaptogen, and it's believed to help your body manage stress better and is overall best known for its stress-lowering effects. In this video, I'll go over what ashwagandha is, how it works for stress and the science behind it, how to take it, what to watch out for, so stay tuned till the end. Hi guys, you've seen Arslan Media Pharmacist here on YouTube. This week's video is on ashwagandha. If you haven't already, smash that like button below now, as I greatly appreciate it and it also helps out the channel so much. There's also a lot of useful information in here that I know you could benefit from as well. Also, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button too to stay up to date with new weekly videos. And without further ado, let's talk about ashwagandha. The name ashwagandha is from the Sanskrit language and is a combination of the word ashva, which means horse, and gandha, which means smell. The root has a strong aroma that is described as a horse-like smell, and the scientific studies have suggested that ashwagandha might be beneficial for a number of conditions. But keep in mind that not all studies that suggest something is beneficial may be, so there is a ton of limited research behind the supplement. However, with that said, the condition in which most studies that stand out as significant are those that look at its use for stress reduction. So bottom line, does it work? There is evidence to support the use of ashwagandha for stress, and I'll go over the specifics in a bit. And if you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of adaptogens, and I think the research headed with them is in the right direction, and I'm excited to see where it all leads. Ashwagandha in particular has been used in Ayurvedic medicine in India and as an adaptogenic herb for thousands of years. If you don't know what adaptogens are, they're basically herbal aids that support our bodies in reacting to and recovering from both short-term and long-term physical or mental stress. Scientists still need to collect much more data before recommending the herb to treat stress and anxiety, so please take what you hear and read about this supplement with a grain of salt, and don't stop taking medications that are already provided to you by your doctor. It's important that you still take your normal scheduled routine of medicine. But as far as the studies go, let's get into what we know so far. The two studies that have looked at ashwagandha for stress looked at using ashwagandha root extract 300 milligrams twice a day after food for 60 days, and the results reduced perceived stress levels by 33 to 44% and decreased cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone, by 22 to 28% compared to baseline in adults with chronic stress. The improvements were significant compared to the changes seen for patients treated with placebo. Ashwagandha root extract also seemed to prevent stress-related weight gain compared to placebo in another study. And it probably did that by controlling cortisol, as it's thought that high levels of cortisol lead to weight gain, especially in the belly region. Keep in mind that ashwagandha has been safely used in clinical trials up to 12 weeks. And it's believed to work by acting as a so-called anti-stressor that suppresses stress-induced increases in dopamine receptors in the corpus striatum of the brain. It also appears to reduce stress-induced increases of plasma corticosterone, blood urea nitrogen, and blood lactic acid. So with all that said, how is it supposed to be taken? There's no standard dosage based on modern clinical trials, but the study that looked at its use for stress, the patients took 300 milligrams twice a day after food. Other studies have used much higher doses, and some products contain up to 1.95 grams. So keep in mind to always follow the directions on the label for whichever supplement you take. It'll come in the form of a capsule, powder, and liquid extract, so please make sure to read all labels fully. Keep in mind that ashwagandha root is not for everyone, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, have an autoimmune disease, type 1 diabetes, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. It also interacts with some medications used for diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid, and benzodiazepines, in which I've left a link for them in the description below. You see, too much stress can negatively impact mood, sleep, cognitive function, energy, libido, tension, blood pressure, blood sugar, your immunity, and lots more. And one supplement won't prevent all that, nor can one study that showed improvement. So please talk to your doctor if your stress is taking over your daily routine, as there's a number of different other options out there that can help as well. When we can adapt to stress, we could better perform and feel better, even though there are many things out there that are stressing us out. But it's not stress that's the problem. When you're stressed out, your adrenal gland releases the stress hormone cortisol, which then energizes you to tackle emergencies and get things done to protect you, like running away from an angry bear or bird, or even help you turn in your assignments on time. But too much stress that is too often is usually bad for our bodies and is classified as chronic stress, which we don't want. Whether or not ashwagandha helps you, it is important to seek help when you need it and look for additional methods to tackle down chronic stress. Lastly, one more thing before I forget. Ayurvedic herbs are not FDA regulated. This means that they're not held to the same standards as pharmaceutical companies and food producers. Many products that contain ashwagandha have led to harm, so it is very important that before you try out any of these supplements to discuss it with your doctor first. And if you have the okay, that you make sure to get one that's tested and verified by a reliable third-party test for purity. I left a popular one in the description below if you want to go ahead and check that out. I hope this video was useful to you guys, and I hope that you do share it with someone you know who could benefit from it. Like the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to stay on board with all my